All right, let's cut through the noise about the housing market. You're seeing a lot of conflicting information, right? If you don't know me already, my name is Michael Valarku, and with over 20 years in the business, I finance over $1 billion in mortgages and help thousands of families navigate their home financing needs. And I tell you this because I'm going to give you some unfiltered truths here so that you can make informed decisions and properly navigate this market. Now, Zillow just threw us a big curveball, saying they expect U.S. home prices could actually dip a bit, maybe around 1 to 2% by next March. Given Zillow's recent bullishness, this is a signal that we really do need to pay attention to. Now, why is this shift happening and why should we care? Zillow points to two main drivers: a surge in housing inventory and affordability challenges. More simply, there are more homes available and it's still tough for many people to afford them. As a preferred mortgage partner of FSBO.com and someone who talks to buyers and sellers every day, I see how these trends really impact people's lives directly. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the families and the individuals trying to make smart choices. Now, here's the first key takeaway for buyers. This is where understanding financing is crucial. You've got more leverage, right? With inventory climbing over 1 million homes now, there's less competition. Zillow notes that there's about 1 in 4 sellers are already cutting prices. This could be your opportunity to negotiate harder or potentially find a better deal. Because I know that there's intricacies to financing and I can help you structure offers that are both competitive and protect your interest. Also, consider redbow.com. FSBO sellers that are there might be more flexible on price since they save on commission. But here's a critical pitfall. Real estate is hyper-local. Zillow is a national perspective, right? Places like Buffalo, parts of the Northeast, they might still be competitive. Don't assume every market is the same. Because I've worked across many markets, I can tell you that local data is king. But check days on market, price trends in your specific area before you make assumptions. Now, for sellers, in this market, pricing strategy is everything, and it directly affects your financing options if you're buying your next home, right? Zillow's data, again, for new listings are up, but sales aren't keeping pace. So price your home right from day one. Overpricing is a major deterrent. Buyers will avoid listings that have been sitting for weeks. And if you're going as a FSBO, redbow.com is a powerful tool to reach more buyers directly and save on commissions. But it only works if your price is competitive and realistic. So don't overreact to headlines. A small price dip isn't a crash. I've seen enough cycles to know that some markets will still appreciate, right? Don't undercut yourself out of fear. Just be knowledgeable. Get a professional, what we call a CMA, comparative market analysis, to understand your home's true value and financing, implications. So, but let's be blunt, affordability is still a huge challenge, right? Zillow highlights that prices and rates are squeezing buyers. This is where my expertise as a lender is vital, right? I work with clients directly, find creative solutions, different loan programs, down payment, and assistance. So if you're buying and you need to get a pre-approval, or just to know your budget, let me know, right? For sellers, offering closing costs can help attract buyers who are tight on cash and seller credits. Don't expect just a small price drop to magically, fix affordability. Rates are still going to be a major factor. And again, buyers, don't stretch yourself, too thin, waiting for a crash that may never come. Sellers, don't assume buyers have tons of extra cash just because inventory is up. Be realistic about the market and what's possible. So don't overreact to headlines. A small price dip isn't a crash. I've seen enough cycles to know that. Some markets will still appreciate, right? Don't undercut yourself out of fear. Get a professional comparative market analysis or CMA to understand your home's true value in this market condition, your local market condition, and the financing implications. So again, let's be blunt about it. Affordability is still a huge challenge. Zillow highlights this. The prices and rates combination are squeezing buyers. This is where, my expertise as a lender is vital. I work with clients directly, to find the creative solutions, aggressive pricing, different loan programs, down payment assistance, etc. And if you're buying and you need to get a pre-approval or just know your budget, please reach out. Sellers, offering closing costs can help attract buyers who are tight on cash. But don't expect a small price drop to just magically fix affordability. Rates are still going to be a major factor. Now, buyers, don't stretch yourself too thin waiting for a crash. That's never going to come, certainly not on the horizon. Sellers, don't assume buyers have tons of extra cash just because inventory is up and buyers are on the sideline. Be realistic about what the market will bear and how financing plays into this. Ultimately, buying or selling a home is deeply personal, right? It's about your goals, your life, your timeline, what's going on there. Market trends are just a piece of the puzzle, but not the whole picture. And this is why I'm passionate about what I do. And if you're selling as a for sale by owner, of course, this is what I specialize in. I truly believe in platforms like redbow.com that can help with the MLS and so much more. They empower you and give you control and, kind of help you keep more of that equity. That's really what aligns with my core mission, to help people build wealth through real estate and achieve their dreams through smart home ownership, right? Let's clear up some misunderstandings though. This Zillow forecast isn't a sign of like apocalypse. It's a moderate correction, it's tiny, and waiting for a total market meltdown is very risky. You could miss out on, if the rates drop and competition increases, that's going to, drive prices up. I've seen this play out time and time again over my career. So stay informed, but don't let fear dictate your actions. So here's the action plan real quick, guys. Buyers, get pre-approved, start your search, and leverage my financing expertise to make strong offers. Sellers, price strategically, market effectively, and seriously consider the advantages of redbow.com to maximize your return. And for real estate professionals and lenders, this is a chance to be a true advisor, right, to your clients. Guide your clients with knowledge and integrity. That's my commitment to everybody here as well, to provide that level of guidance, drawing on my 20-year plus, experience and track record of success. So thanks for your time today, guys. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe for more.